What's up? Alright, apologies ahead of time in case Nico starts getting noisy in the background. But for the official scout report on our own base here. So far, there's not very many ways they can get in other than one way on the left side here that I already uploaded a 5-minute video showing where they could just climb up the side, not have to worry about getting shot off the edge or anything like that, and climb all the way up to where our safe is at. And they would only have to use 3 bombs to even get to our safe. But I showed you in the other video how they did that. A lot of me failing climbing up there. But it's easily fixable, we can stop that. Now over here, these sandstone foundations are actually exposed underneath the bridge here. So whenever I was doing my scout report earlier, I was walking underneath the bridge, just looking up, seeing if there's anything else destroyable, and I was able to see the foundations right here through the bottom of the bridge. And like anyone that's got a decent mind for how bases usually work would assume there is something important like a map room sitting on top of those foundations. I would make those a considerable target to just take out so that you can just teleport your stuff off to another base or anything like that, or escape. So that'll probably be something that I would personally destroy before I began the raid. Now if we go out here, I haven't checked it out yet, but I really want to check and see how far out we can build. Okay, so there are anti-build zones here and there. But I want to see if we're capable of actually building all the way out here. That skeleton actually followed me this far back. That's crazy. But this spot right here would be really nice to close in and just have a bunch of storage on the inside. Not for us to use, but purely as decoys. A dragon? What? Who's he been here? Wait a second. That's a god. What are they doing? Ow. Okay, I'm gonna check this out real quick. Hold up. See, if that's a god, it should show on the map there's a recent god attack. It's not showing on the map. Guess maybe that wasn't a god. That's weird. That was extremely distracting too. Alright, so anyway, gonna see how far out we can build. If we can close this up and put a bunch of stuff on the inside, like just put a vault down, a bunch of random chests, it could waste the enemy's time, a lot of their time. Already claimed. Yeah. If we can actually close this up, it's starting to look like this is going to be an anti-build zone. But if we can close this up and put down a bunch of chests, make this a choke point for them to have to come through, we can have just random berserkers and stuff sitting on the other sides of these doors. Maybe a rhino right here, they can just charge them back. But we can have everything set up here to really waste their time. And a bomb going off over here, we would be able to hear inside of our base over there. And we would know automatically that we're under attack. And we can respond quickly. And we could have many options of just like going all the way around, hitting them from behind, or just walking all the way up here and just keep dropping down foundations and things like that to slow them down. There's a lot of stuff that you can do strategically with this. But one thing I would highly recommend considering is if we can place down like ceilings or floors or anything around this area, being able to put a safe down or a vault right in front of this door would waste a lot of their time. Like it takes about 60 bombs to destroy a vault, and that's the fast way to get through it. But they could cheese it and use gas orbs, grease orbs, demon fire orbs to just burn through that. But if you just put down a vault there, that would buy us a lot of time and waste a shit ton of their resources, and probably just try to make them give up at that point. But there's a lot of ways where they can just go all the way around this thing if they wanted to, which we can easily take care of in the future. Because all of that right there, we can easily build on top of just to make it hell on anybody that's trying to attack us. Same thing with the areas down around our bases there. Like all that climbableness down there. Everything that's climbable around the bases of our base, the base columns of our base, we should definitely build on top of. But just seeing how far out that grindstone can go, just any placeable object really, will tell us how far we got before we hit a build zone. Like this one, I'm assuming is what it actually is. So we can technically build from right about where I put that forward. But it's looking like this is going to be an anti-build zone here. Land already claimed. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to put anything inside of there. But we can close it off. No, it's got to be on this side. We can put stuff down over on this side specifically. Yeah, we can still place it. Yeah, if you're ever curious about like anti-build zones, things like that, just knowing what you can do before you ever actually start building, I would recommend just walking around with something you can actually place down. Just seeing where all you can place it. Alright, but anyway, so that went out the window really quick. We can't do that. I highly doubt we can build anywhere on top of this either at that rate, so we're probably going to have to just push the walls all the way up to right in front of it here. And then just all along the way, in between each set of walls, just have random chests put down. Maybe even just like have a space in between where we can put a door, where we can put a vault down so we can block the path in case they try and push through. But just have building supplies on standby so we can just put foundation after foundation down in front of them and have to force them to destroy them if we're just like one person trying to defend. Just having things like that would be fantastic. We could definitely set up right here to be one of the more open areas. We're going to have a bunch of storage down, make them think this is actually the first room of the base when it's really not. Just as I mentioned before, having the 3 tall and then 2 tall with archers on them, 3 tall and then 2 tall with archers on them, just all the way up to there. This right side here, after I show you that 5-minute video, I know I didn't show the right side, but on the right side I did not find a way where you could just climb straight up like that. It's just that left side that needs to be fixed. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, like I was saying, the foundations from underneath. This guy is still unconscious out here, holy crap. Yeah, those foundations from underneath, you can just tell by just how big it is and where it's placed at in front of your base in that big open area. If they were just walk out here and look up to your walls, like they'd be pretty easy to guess that's a map room right there. And all they have to just do is destroy some of those foundations to the point the map room actually just breaks. It disappears. And you've got no way to teleport out if you really wanted to. Of course, we can always just jump off and climb down and just move resources manually. But it'd be a lot easier to be able to teleport like to the mounds and move it to the other base if we just use the map room there. And just have bug out bags and things like that going. I highly doubt they're going to be able to raid this thing realistically after what I've seen. But right there's the spot where they can get up. There's a spot here on the right, and there's a spot there on the left around where that one outing is. You can literally just build right off that outing, and it would fix the entire problem. But you can get up and you can get all the way around where the archer won't be able to shoot him because the archer's way over here, and you can get up right there, no issues. Yeah, from what I can tell, there's no other way just to get up like that. The other potential way is if they somehow get their hands on climbing boots and gloves, and they figure out the climbing mechanics enough to be able to climb all the way up all the way up here, and go all the way up to the tip of that. We should probably extend that out further to where it's overhanging. That way they can't possibly just climb up there. It's not likely, but it's still a possibility. That's really the only actual weaknesses of the base. We just gotta start building our way down the side, like all the way down the side of this here, and making sure they can climb all the way up. The more layers of anti-climb we have going all the way up, like 5 layers or so, is gonna make it to where they're not gonna want to try and raid from this side, or try and raid from right here, or try and raid from right there. Just the more layers you have, the more ridiculous it's gonna seem. Other than destroying that map room, there's nothing they can do from underneath. These elevators, either pull them up, or we set up kill traps. Either way, I'd prefer just to go ahead and pull them up to force them to have to go down the bridge. Alright. But I think that's roughly where I can just end the video here. I'll probably make more videos like this later on for you guys. But anyway, peace out.